sustainability in rural communities and regions in Newfoundland, and how communities can think about how to define and measure their well-being and sustainability in a way to support place-based development. I wanted to finish my PhD at Grenfell because I started it at St. John's campus, but I wanted to come here to Grenfell first and foremost to work more closely with my supervisor, Dr. Kelly Vodden, as well as to take advantage of Grenfell's location in western Newfoundland, where it has great hiking opportunities that I love, and also to be a little bit closer to the kind of rural setting that my research is all about. So it's been a really neat sort of place to do my research in place. Well, comprehensive examinations are kind of a major milestone in Canadian PhDs. My comprehensives required me to read literature in 3 categories for about 3 months, and then write a series of written exams, basically papers, and then do an oral exam to basically test my knowledge of those areas, and that just happened yesterday. I think the greatest challenge during my comps was just to keep doing it. The reading was challenging, but when I started writing, it took everything I had to really pull together the answers that I wanted to give, and it was really different from any other writing that I've ever done because it was all based on these lists of literature, and I think that I knew, and my committee knew to an extent that I knew about these categories, but to make sure that I covered it all in a way that made sense was really challenging. To be honest, what I enjoy most is what I'm about to go do right now. I'm about to hit the road and go to Bonavista, Vista, and I love being in the field. I love enjoying time in rural Newfoundland and developing relationships with community leaders there, and as much as I love research and kind of the academic side of it all, what really kind of gives me the energy to keep doing it is going out into the communities that I'm working with, and keeping things going, with the relationships. My research is all about taking kind of a new way to look at regional development in rural Newfoundland. Often there are very kind of problem-based, negative kind of narratives that you hear about rural Newfoundland, talking about population decline and economic decline and these kinds of things, which are true in many cases, but I want to take an asset-based approach and think about the strengths and the capacities that rural communities and regions have, and work with residents to basically measure those assets through a sustainability framework, and think about how to mobilize those assets to identify new community economic development opportunities and other ways to enhance sustainability in those regions. So just one example, in the Bonavista Vista area that I'm working in, we're organizing, myself along with some other, with some community leaders in the region, are organizing a community-based conference on built heritage. And basically that region is very well known for having beautiful historic buildings and other heritage structures. And so we're really trying to sort of focus on that regional asset base, think about how to further mobilize it to identify entrepreneurship opportunities, ways to bring in new residents, ways to better use heritage structures that are at risk of falling apart right now or in disrepair. And so it's all kind of about taking a new look at things and shifting that narrative from one of decline to a narrative of hope. Is that everything you need?
Yep, thanks.
Thank you very much.